Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please go a moment for me to make sure it's everything set up. I can't speak. This entire day I couldn't speak. This is not gonna go well, isn't it? Looks like Rumble is going. Kick is going. Twitter is going. Need to update the YouTube thumbnail. Okay, YouTube is going. Is going. Looks like everything's going. Just let me give me a moment to check my other computer as I clear my throat as well. And looks like everything is going good. So, let's go and get started. Let's start from the top. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the red Ottomans, we have Rezel. On the left side as the blue Swedish, we have Lulian Pasha. Let's see now, let's take a look and see what natives are on the map. Of course, we do have the Cheyennes, we'll give you access to the Cheyenne Rider, a horseman, good versus other cavalry. And of course we have, look, just Cheyenne, just on the Cheyenne. Let's take a close look at the upgrades. Cheyenne Fury gives Cheyenne Riders bonus damage against cavalry and shock infantry to make a bit more effective counter. Let's avoid the spam clicking there. Reduces train time on shock infantry and cavalry, and some bison. Nothing too significant, honestly, so I can see the native post not being claimed. Doesn't seem anything too spectacular. And let's see, we got Ahmed Al-Mari, oh, I butchered that, which is probably auto-generated name, and down here we do have Careless Rex. You know, that could be actually a custom-made name, rather than a randomly generated name. I have no idea. First shipments available, we do have villagers, cool food, wood coin, Janissaries, delis, advanced arsenal, dreading school, wood coin, Janissaries, enduring school, increased attack and hit points of Azap, Janissaries, and Nazim Fusiliers, Sabahis, cavalry combat, Albus guns, falconets, Opaklir, increased attack and hit points of Ottoman artillery, Albus gunners, and their grenadiers. Port. Akim Baseman Oglin School, Ottoman infantry cost less resources. Kulia schools improve the hit points and attack of all Ottoman infantry, and 2 great bombards, factory. Correspondent, we do got blueberries, villagers, wood coin, Team House of Bernadette, all heavy infantry increased by 15% hit points, this theme as well. Leather cannons, Eisenberg Iron Works, which gives more coin collection for torps. Dominion, 4 torps and more torp hit points. Wiskenbach allies, Bavarian skirmishers. That can spot enemies increasing damage. Delivers 7 mountain troops. I'm not familiar with them. It is infinite, so that's infinite mercenary. And the Swedes tend to get a lot of coin from their torps, so that could be pretty useful. Wood coin, blackberries, acapeltes, platoon fire, Carolines, falconets, snaplock, contract black riders, contract Eschen Jaegers, pair of heavy cannons, factory delivers Osman process, delivers 4 prospect wagons, and open 4 copper mines for 2,000 coin each, and ships 2 after. So this is meant to make sure your torps can constantly provide coin, as well as just perhaps an alternative to estates. But of course, you do have to spend your shipments on that. And see if a lifeguard. Excuse me. So let's see now. The Swede is eyeing for the Philosopher Prince, the Philosopher's Stone, and the Quartermaster. Local kitty cat does go down. We now got 13 villagers versus 15. Of course, Swedes do have access to torps as well. But now each torp provides a pretty good amount of income, equal to at least one villager, depending on which source. Wood is 0.5 per second. The villagers' collective food is at 8.4, so it provides less resources than a villager providing food. But of course, it's just generally free. After all, they do cost 140 wood. 100 of it is the cost of a house, so you pay 40 wood for basically a villager's worth of production. That's pretty good. You now have the minions that will give them 4 torp wagons, which could be useful to set up around a coin mine. Maybe a good idea to eye for this coin deposit sooner rather than later, because it's a little bit farther forward. These two are down here too far forward. This one's safe in the back, which is being built by a villager now. But I will probably eye for this coin deposit forward since it's a little bit more forward. We also got the shipment delis now on the field, as well as a pair of... He actually got a couple tamables. He got a tameable kitty cat and tameable exotic doggo. You got Buck and Buttercup. So, I wonder if finding both of those tamables is that's probably pretty good, honestly. Their strength is not too great, but can go along with Explorer and start really eyeing the claimed treasures on the map, some tougher dealing ones. You can perhaps claim himself a clubman, a tameable clubman, or some food. Nothing really too significant. This one could be pretty good, 120 EXP. Another scout, that's not important. Clubman's better. Club is better than fists.
Engine.
Deli's now pushing forward, eyeing for a bit of raid. Getting some good damage on the villagers. They do have 150 health. These guys do have a high attack speed, and they do have 125 health, which also means these villagers... Oh no, they do have melee damage resist. I was going to say, it sounds like it's perfectly divisible, but villagers do resist being slapped in the face. Got a decent number of pikemen on the field to defend itself against the delis. Got a handful of Carolines as well, which their range attack does do bonus against heavy cav, unlike traditional musketeers who does melee attack bonus against all cavalry. Giant settlement now claim or could be built there. Red has gone for a trading post. We do now have Janissaries facing forward, 6 of them. Janissaries compared to Carolines, they do have 20 damage, 12 range, 125 health. I have 11 cannons as well in the field. Versus Carolines only have 150 health, 19 damage, and 12 range as well. Janissaries are better in 1v1. Carolines do cost 105. Janissaries do cost a much greater 115, which is 10 resources more. It feels like they are better than 10% better. He does get the clubman. Starting to fast forward, these leather cannons will do some good damage. They do times 3 damage versus infantry, so they do 120 damage versus the Janissaries. Janissaries, however, can withstand quite a bit of abuse. Does get some good damage there. Janissaries, of course, they're in a small number and don't have artillery support. Delis, however, moving around, does find some pikemen, does avoid the pikemen. If they can quickly pick off some of these leather cannons, that'd be good. He does have artillery found around the field. Delis trying to hit some of the Carolines. No, they're trying to get those leather cannons. Leather cannons gain some damage there onto the heavy cav, none of the leather cannons do go down. They do half damage versus cavalry as well, so 20 damage versus cavalry. But does kill them off. He's now going for the Galata district and the millet system.
Imran?
He's almost a pop cap of villagers, and he just avoided the last moment, so very good. Autumn player now has enough resource to age up. He does not have a shipment available. Could get a shipment relatively soon, so he could perhaps eye for something in this line. Falconet seemed pretty good to me. Swede is very far from aging up, but he does have a sizable armor fancy forward. More than a pair of leather cannons, 4 leather cannons on the field. They don't do bonus damage versus structures. The structures can take a beating from them. And I was going for some grenadiers. Interesting. I'm sort of surprised we're seeing grenadiers. That's an unusual item at this moment in time. You don't see that all too often. Boots on advancing forward. These guys, I think, are not packed up. Janissaries here. More Janissaries from the corner field. Very good. He does have 1 shipment available. He's queued up a Janissary in this barracks up here. So let's get barracks for that. He's going to take a bit of a beating right now. Going for some Obusgun, an anti-heavy unit, but they are classified as infantry, so the leather cannons could rip them apart. Obusguns gotta get a pull on the field, which will be useful, but it's simply not enough. Hopefully, the marksman, let's see, that will give him some infantry units, right? I think that may give him some Obusguns. Constantine some fire. That's going on his militia. There's the militia there. Janissary made support. Obusgun's not pulling a few. Do have 130 health, so they can send 1 leather cannon shot there. Militia getting ripped apart by the leather cannons, of course. While they're not classified as heavy nor light infantry, they are still loose classified infantry, so they will take full damage from the leather cannons. Full bonus damage, I should say. Obusguns see a bit of fire there. He does have, yeah, it did give him a good number of Obusguns with that age up. Janissaries receive a bit of fire there. Some Carolins are trying to engage in melee. Janissaries do have less damage from melee than the Carolins, who have 20. But it's there. Grenadiers getting some great damage there on Janissaries. A couple Janissaries remain, and blue does take a bit of a beating. More reinforcements being put out by blue. Not sure why my camera jumped like that. Either way, blue's now falling back. Going for more grenadiers. Obusguns should be effective against them. Grenadiers are classified as heavy infantry.
Befehl?
More housing being pulled out. And notice it does get a shipment of Janissaries on in. Now going for a shipment of 6 Obusguns. I think the Falconets would probably be a bit better. Now, blueberry has not been researched, which may be researched before this blueberry runs out of food. Nope, looks like it will be consumed. Because I was very hungry, it had a bit of consumed. Got a good number of torps here. Red has not been able to raid the torps just yet.
Redo?
Blue's now advancing forward for army, this time mix over some hussars. More hussars being trained. Janissaries will be effective versus the hussars. It will keep the Obusguns pretty safe. Couple shots there. Get some hits on the Carolins. 1 Obusgun goes down. 1 Carolin does go down as well. Ottoman's eyeing for a handful of Janissaries. Going for veteran Obusguns as well. He does already have veteran Janissaries. As a shipment available, I still say Falconets are the way to go. He is going for the Falconets now. Both players have 31 villagers, which is very good. Janissaries gave a bit of damage there onto the Hussars and torch down the artillery foundry. Obelisk's face forward, Janissaries in a good position there. Tied up in melee by the Hussars is good. Falcon has one field, but the one on the wrong side, he should have queued it up over here. Rallied over there. One Falcon that does go down, one Falcon that remains. This army here is getting hit. The other Falcon that does go down, so those Falconets went down quite quickly. Bad spawn point. But now the rest of this army will go down. Grenadiers are classified as heavy infantry. More Janissaries being pulled on the field. Obelisk should be able to do that for us. Janissaries could push forward and maybe try to find some torps. The Ottoman player did lose a handful of villagers there. And now he's going for some mill technology. Seed drill. And he is collecting at the mill quite a bit, so he's going to eye for stationary economy. Is that the best way to put that? Not going to venture out the map for his economy. More Janissaries being queued on up. Endurance School now being deployed on out, increasing the health and hit points of his Janissaries. Now they're up to 300 health, which is quite significant. Obelisk's stack is okay, but has extra range. Janissaries stack is good. 35 is good. And now he's eyeing for some research here. Artificial fertilizers. Now the Swedish player has aged up. He's going for Falcon Nut shipment, going for Falcon Nuts. He's a lot more coin. The torch will reduce his coin income. And he is taking time to mine up some of his coin deposits as well. He's heading up to this coin deposit here, trying to clear it out. You'll be very successful at clearing that out, to say the least. There's a little bit here something. These blueberry bushes tend to be owned. Okay, when they're not... Yeah, they are technically owned, but it looks like you can collect up owned resources. I was curious about that. Couple torps being pulled out over here. Red does have additional town center here next to this coin deposit built by the Explorer. Which will also be useful to prevent any more torps being placed around it. Red's Explorer will explore out this region and could start striking it relatively soon. Sweden right now only has one town center. The Ottoman player will start getting ahead on villager production, that's for sure. Explorer slowly hacking down these villagers who are trying to collect up the coin. Now I've got 3 Falconets here. That is quite significant, and a good amount of Hussars here as well as the veteran Haka Pelties. Or else, however you pronounce that. Janissaries get some hits there on these villagers, very good, but Blue's about to push on forward. Janissaries will spot all of this. Maybe trying to hit that torp line again. And these Janissaries will go down. That is a notable force. He immediately pulls back his force there. He doesn't have time to torch down the torps. He realizes 4 Falcon Nuts there. Oh, also a leather cannon as well. It could bring in some militia from this town center as well. He could probably use that to try to hit that expansion. So pushing forward, this barracks will see a bit of fire there. He will interrupt the Janissary deployment. He doesn't have any additional barracks in the field, so that is his last barracks. Designed for some culverins. Though his opponent may eye for the siege workshop. He's on advancing forward. And he's fighting against a lot of cavalry. Janissaries will be good versus the cavalry. As those Falconets call pose a big problem. Obscon is trying to provide what fire they can, but of course they will be bad versus the artillery versus the cavalry, unless it's light cav. That's like the Falconets there. And yep, and I think the Janissary player is going to be knocked out of the game. He had nothing to counter, or no proper counter both the Falconets and for the cavalry, so he had, the Swedish player had a perfect counter army. Janissary is of course decent for cavalry, but they're not a, they can defend themselves as cavalry really. There's nothing really to really super engage it. Some AZAPs would have been in order. And it looks like the Ottoman player does back the game now. It looked like the Ottoman player was doing quite well for most of the game, but that last fight was all was needed. That's Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. And something? Sorry about that, I just had to check something. The recorded game is invalid? Huh. Nope, that one's not usable. Oh, off the corner. Greetings everyone, Anagrade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on the right side as the red French, we have, or the left side as the red French, we have Kai de Cap. Spawn on the right side as a blue Iroquois or Fonty 1. I got mixed up because the French flag is blue and this player is blue. Yep, that was my bad. When it comes to natives on the map, we do have the Huron settlement, give you access to the Huron mantlet. So the Iroquois could go for his own mantlets and some Huron mantlets to get a lot of mantlets in the field. And for the other natives on the map, we do have the Cree settlement, which do give you access to the Cree tracker, a skirmisher variant, I believe, and the Cree's Chorus des Bois, which is a French villager variant, native. It does cost one population like other villagers, so they're not pop free. Once it comes to explorer names, ever so important, we got Slinning Siu. I probably butchered that. Not sure if that's a randomly generated name or an actual custom name. And for the French, we got Yeshish, which is probably custom. There are some herdables on the map. Let's see, I'm trying to select it. I see something white on the map, I'm trying to find it. Ah, there it is. Sheeple. We do have a deck selected there for the Iroquois, who's gone. Why do these have infinite villagers? That's weird. Infinite 2 villagers, so a lot of the cards that would be better for infinite. He may be eyeing for getting 3 cards in this age, or maybe wants to go for 2 cards and save this advanced trading post later on. Times 3 villager makes sense. That does make sense. By the way, we got villagers, advanced trading posts, more villagers, even more villagers, wood, all resources, Etnas, tomahawks, conservative tactics, give all infantry plus 10 plus health and damage, and Cayenne horsemen, new ways, give you the advanced imperial arsenals, all resources, forest prowlers, tomahawks, war hut combat units, war hut combat, increase the health and damage of war hut units by 15%. Horsemen, mantlets, advanced war huts, war hut build limit and training speed and hit points increase. Agrarian ways, which makes all your non-imperial age estate and farm upgrades set to free, not to active, however. Oneida support gave you 10 villagers, 1 covered wagon. Renegade French. Beaver Wars make rams and mantlets more resistant to range and siege damage. Also grants their champion upgrades. Grants set to active, so that does give the champion upgrades set to active, but doesn't set the previous ones to active, so that may not even exist, the previous ones, the guard ones. Renegade French, definitely a very villager heavy focused deck, I would say. Whoops, wrong button. This one turn two. For French, we got the couriers, couriers, wood, coin, crossbows, ranged infantry hit points, hussars, team hand cavalry attack, royal fencing school, spice trade. French Royal Army enables your musketeers and halberdiers to get veterancy levels. Team ranged attack, skirmishers, hussars, cuirassiers, cavalry combat, dragoons, falconets, hard armored fusiliers, hired Hessian Jaegers, heavy cannons, factory. So definitely more infantry focused build, looks like. You also got Buck. Warheart does fire some rounds there. And now I got a shipment of hussars been pulling out. French villagers advancing on forward, maybe eyeing to herd these, Nice over here. You can perhaps get the, looks like Blue's going to eye for the keep there. I wonder if that was from the local doggos who are going down. There's another trap. Is that Tomahawk? Yep, there's a Tomahawk there to go along with the Tomahawks. It is a Haudenosaunee Tomahawk, which I believe is the British variant of the Tomahawk. Didn't pick up with it, just on with the EXP. Hussars now pulling on the field. We've got a Ford Barracks here as well. He's eyeing for some Creed trackers. Let's take a better look at him. Creed tracker is a skirmisher variant, 16 range, 13 attack, times 2 versus heavy. In which, let's see, his opponent is gone for a lot of infantry base cards. So the chance of him fighting another Tomahawks, the Creed tracker is going to be a good item at this moment in time. 260 health seems a bit high as well for a skirmisher as well. It is a little bit more expensive. It's like the Creed tracker, compared to other skirmishers, seems a little bit lower damage but higher health. Pros and cons. Could be a good supplementary unit. Got a good number of musketeers being pulled on the field. Some Ennos would be a good item to hit them. Going for a shipment of crossbows.
Oui.
French village taking some hits there. He will lose one, a little bit foolishly. Crossbow shipment deployed on the field. Horsemen maybe will get some good damage on those crossbows. Musketeers trying to hit those horsemen now. French village all being sent town center. Tomahawk's, of course, a musketeer variant. Buck the Taint Wolf is advancing forward, engaged the horsemen. Ooh, the musketeers making some great melee attacks here. He does have a handful of Creed trackers in the field. Make just the one. All the horsemen does go down. More musketeers over here. Blue is completely surrounded. He likely will lose his entire force. And now let's bring out. Nope, does eye for a shipment of wood. Over here, do have the hussars moving around. Does find some villagers here. Good counterattack. He lost a villager. Now he's probably gonna get 1 or 2 over here. One does go down. Spreading out his damage a little bit too much. But there's the town center. One does go down. Another does go down. Fourth one will go down. So you only get 4, which is a significant number. The French are at 15 villagers. The Iroquois are at 21. All 20 villagers are idle though. And Tomahawks do get a good kill there on the Hussar. More musketeers now being employed on the field. Now it's going for a handful of Ennas. That would be a good archer to engage those musketeers of the Sage. They only cost food, which actually makes them, since food does collect up pretty quickly, it actually makes them a little bit cheaper compared to other mixed resource units. The French right now, it's a semi-population that may be a little bit too high, honestly, at the moment. Going for more villagers. The crossbow does go down. And it's good he's taking out these crossbows. They'll be good versus the heavy armor or heavy infantry, though the damage multiplier against infantry is not too great. The other player with that spam clicking. Gold shipment now being brought on in. Now eyeing for a good number of Kree trackers. They are very expensive wood. And wood can be a bit difficult to collect up. Coin collects up at coin from mine collects up at a rate of 0.6. Wood is collected by a rate of 0.5.
Votre ordre? Prête.
Warhead does get a couple shots there. Does do a little bit bonus damage versus cavalry. Red is signed to advance on 4. Blue's eyeing for some more Etnas. He has an army of 15 on the field. His opponent has an army of 29, so he's very outnumbered. And now he's going to touch on some of these longhouses. These longhouses do support 15 population, and he needs that population. Oh, yeah, he definitely does need that population space. But for more archers now, queues them up before the longhouse does go down. Not only he needs to build 1, he needs to build 2 at the moment in order to get any more forces on the field. You could try clicking the big button to get some tomahawks. Assuming it's not already gotten that. Has 1 shipment now available. And these archers will get picked off. Picking off these archers is a nice little boon, because they are more or less counter unit to the musketeers he does need. Now it's Warhudson, I'll see massive amounts of fire. The airport plays looks like I to age up. I go for shipment of more archers, but he simply did not have the force, and the Iroquois player does back the game now. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Grade here from another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the blue British, we have Canadian. Spawn top right side as the red Swedes, we have Kinda Cat. Let's see now, no deck active. Let's take a look and see what natives on the map. We got the Berbers, which does give you access to the Berber Camel Rider, the Berber Nomad, additional villagers, that does collect faster for natural resources. And the Salty Camel. The Salty Camel, enraged from carrying heavy bags of salt through the desert, constructs a salt mine, which allows you to deploy out a salt mine, which allows up to 20 villagers to collect from a coin deposit that has 10,000 coin in it. People should go for that more often. Of course, I also got the Sunnis, who give you access to Sunnis Dervish, as well as some mercenary units, the Askari and the Sonar Horsemen. When it comes to explorer names, you have Joseph Kelsey. Can't tell if that's a randomly generated name or not. Could go either way for the Brits. And for the Swedes, we've got Christina, which could go either way as well. There's also some native goats here to be claimed. They are, of course, the goat. No deck. And no deck for either player, so we're going to have to hold on and take a look at their decks a little bit later. One shipment's available. And now I was bringing a shipment of 3 villagers. Got 3 villagers, Blueberries, Wood Coin, Hussars, Eisenberg Iron Works, Scratting School, Spice Trade, Contract Irish Brigadiers, 5 Yagalon Allies, give you 5 Shock Riders. March of the Hakapalkis. Increases the Hakapalkis' movement speed and enables them to be trained in the Commerce Age. Wood Coin, Hussars, 5 Hakapalkis, however you pronounce that. Hussars, Falconets, Advanced Frontier Defenses give you 3 Outpost Wagons, and as well as some upgrades to active, Range Cavalry Combat, Trample Tactics, Thin Horses, Factory, Industrial Revolution, hired Royal Horsemen, and 25 Oldenburg Allies, 25 Northern Musketeers. And for the Brit, we do have Villagers, Pioneers for the British, that's a little unusual. We got Wood Coin, Longbows, Musketeers, Scots Guards, Team Grenadiers Guards, Cavalry Damage, Advanced Arsenal Coin, Longbowmen, Yeomen, Siege Artillery, Musketeers, Coldstream Guards, Hussars, Cavalry Combat, Falconets, hired Hessian Jaeger Division, 13 Jaegers, Rockets, Factory, and Factory. Oh, yeah, you should receive like hired contract Jaegers like 9, but this card is 13. Looks like blue is losing out in this fight, running away from red. I think as well, the salt mine could be pretty good for the torps as well. Give a very good steady supply of coin, or he can put torps all across the map on the coin deposits, and then use his village to collect up from the salt mine. I don't know why people just don't. It doesn't seem like people go for the salty camel all too often. In fact, I see some players even go for the what's it called? The estates when they have access to salty camel. When the salty camel will probably generally be better. 1, it's 1/3 of the cost. 2, it can support twice the number of villagers, so it's really 1/6 of the cost. Of course, the upgrades are worked differently. It affects by money upgrades rather than estate upgrades, which you tend to go for those either way, and you tend not to go for the estate upgrades. Who has a pair of villagers up here? I'm not so sure why. Oh, got an outpost wagon. I'm for proxy barracks.
Yes.
Red's Explorer does spot this. Outpost does go up, and there is the proxy barracks. Blueberries has arrived. Outpost will be taking some shots at Explorer now. It does, of course, have 30 damage. Nothing too significant. Do now have Red Sea Wagon support on the field, so let's give him a pair outposts and a barracks. Where are the Reds? Oh. Red Sea Wagon came from here, didn't it? Let's see. Red Sea Wagon. Constructs most buildings, ships one additional Red Sea Wagon for every 5 minutes of past the game, the maximum up to 30 minutes. That seems way too expensive for two. Unless the first one's cheaper? Oh yeah, the first one's definitely cheaper. I had to switch to the other player. That would make more sense. The second one looks incredibly expensive, around 2,000 resources. Which I don't think there's a way that could be even ever justified. How many can get up to? Maximum 30 minutes, so every past 5 minutes, so 6 more, so potentially 7? Even if I've taken like estates 7 times 600, I suppose that can be pretty good. 4,200 resources for 2,000, but still, that is absurd. Allows access to Cenarians and Cinar horsemen recruited. Ah, so you have to get that research first before we get those mercenaries. You only get Dervish. You got a good number of Carolines being queued on up, while the British players are advancing forward with 10 pikemen, 5 longbows. Longbows should be good versus the Carolines. Carolines will do decently well versus the pikemen. Pikemen can do decently well if they get into melee combat. But it looks like the Carolines do have higher DPS in melee than the pikemen. And pikemen only have 10% melee resist, while Carolines have 20% melee resist. Yep, pikemen do have 2 range though. And there's probably a good buff right there. They do have 120 health versus Caroline's 150. So it looks like these pikemen are just inferior to Caroline's in every single way, but they are cheaper, so not every single way. Militia not being pulled on field, pikemen taking some hits. Got a good number of longbowmen now pulling the field, which we use on this case. He's falling back here. He does have a couple pikemen still remains to engage these hussars. They're starting to advance forward as well. This is where pikemen are for. They're primarily like counter units with cavalry. There's one more longbowmen pulling the field. He's focused on the hussars at the moment. One hussar does go down. Carolyn's trying to engage in melee. And Minutemen. Carolyn's do have 20 attack in melee. The longbowmen have 11 attack in melee. And Blue just getting overran. There's also his pikemen a little bit too early and needed them to engage those hussars that came later. Now got a number of musketeers from the field, but he has a lot of food and wood. Doesn't have any coin at the moment, the Brits. We even got torps being put out over here. Musketeers get a bit of damage here, but of course they're severely outnumbered. They do have 23 base damage, which is 50 health. Carolines have a 19 damage, 150 base health. With bonus damages, heavy cav and shock, hand shock.
Yes.
We do have another barracks pulled back here. He may want to cancel this musketeer. And he will get gunned down instantaneously. More musketeers, more longbows being pulled on out. Villagers a little bit idle there. Does have some villagers on coin. Needs more villagers on food. Some giraffes from the claim. And a trapped goat.
Ready.
These villagers could get hit there. The manor does spot these forces. Got a handful of forces here going to be picked off by the musketeers. We could pull out some Minutemen or militiamen. He does have a second barracks somewhere. There's a wave of longbows now pulled on the field. stable now going on up. More longbows now being employed on out. And does find some of these villagers there, so quickly pick off some of these villagers. This torp could go down. Longbow don't have great siege damage. That's still plenty. Unprotected torps are still pretty easy to torch down. Now it's getting for a shipment of Scots Guards, giving his Grenadiers and Musketeers increased damage. Both of those do go down. We do have this Explorer still down here. Here's something being built somewhere. Not sure where.
Ready.
Hussars not advancing forward. We got decent force here of 34. And we do have age 3 going up to the Swedes. If he can hold off, he does have 2 shipments available, which could give him some Falconets, maybe the Halkapeltes, however you pronounce it. Marksman, which should give him a handful of skirmishers, right? Or wait, no, you can't get skirmishers Swedes. What unit does a Swede get in this case? It is leather cannons. Leather cannons will be useful. They do right now will do 120 damage per shot. They will one-shot longbows. They will not one-shot musketmen. Gotta make sure these guys are not hitting the same target there. Does get double kill there. Now pushing forward, Carolyn's engaging. Melee doing great work here. The cavalry is going to run around for the musketeers. That's actually really good for red. Leather cannon, one of them has gone down. The other one's going to be besieged. Hussars backing on off. Red is holding a line here. The single leather cannon gets a great shot there. A couple auto villagers there as well. Now there's Falconets. Leather cannons are now replaced by somewhat reasonable cannons. It's a massive hit there. These guys will do 300 damage per shot. He has 2 shipments available as well. You can probably go for both Hussars. Whoops, that's the pause button. He's going for Hussars and Halkapeltes, which will give him quite a bit of cavalry to work with.
Ers Majestät? Redo.
Falcon that's a little bit spread apart. That could be good, that could be bad. One of the two. More cavalry now being pulled to the field, more Hussars.
Redo for strid.
And there are not veteran Hussars at the moment. But of course, this one only has musketeers engaged at the moment. Falconets push way forward. The British player does have 39 villagers. Now a lot of wood at the moment. Has a lot of resources. Maybe on the age up himself. Barracks is going on down. You might even want to get the fast age up person this current rate, assuming he has that available. And now he is going for... He is eyeing for the Adventurer. He's almost at one more shipment. You can see that from the next page. With around musketeers in the field. Bayonets armed. Let's get some good damage there. 1 shipment's available. You may want to go for the 9 musketeers or 7 longbows. Both will not be half bad. Hussars now engaged, which is not good. Red's force is actually backing on off. Hussars are just back on off. They're taking a large amount of damage there. Only a couple musketeers went down, mostly just Hussars going out. Oh, why is there a dwarf here? There's no coin, just a little bit of wood. And there's one here as well. Weird. Am I crazy? I want to see them around coin. You could deploy them around other resources such as wood itself. You can see a little bit extra wood income here. Carolyn's advancing forward. They crash torch down a couple houses. And now the Swedes iron for some Berber nomads. Not bad. You can fast deploy out Salt Camel inside these torps as well. And now you have Fortress Age for the Brits. Needs quilted armor. That'll be over here. Needs quilted armor. Whatever it was. Let's see now. All cavalry and shock infantry get additional armor against melee attacks. Not bad. Which will be useful keeping his cavalry alive from the musketeers. There's no advance forward with the army here.
Yes.
This fight could go either way, but the Falconets will be a trump card here. Get some great damage from these forces. Falconets do not find additional shots there. Alcoholity is not advanced. Oh, Shock Riders being advanced forward. They have a good charge attack here. They'll Lance the variant. Culverin's not blowing field. Does find some shots in non-artillery items. One of them does go down for Falconets. Falconets push forward. Minutemen trying to back down these Falconets. Both Culverins go down. Falconets go down.
Yes.
Got Shimmer Falconets here. Carolyn's advance forward. Trying to engage in melee.
Ready.
Veteran Musketeers have significant damage in melee. Veteran Carolyn's have 24 attack in melee. And all those forces do get cleaned on up. There's a large number of exposed British villagers here. As I am for a handful of dervishes, but all these villagers being gunned down. The British economy is going to be crap for the time being. And we'll just pass some GG now. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see. Is there anyone not related to... Yeah. Got a couple non-tournament replays. Greetings everyone, and Grade here from another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the blue Mexicans, we have Chiria 92. On the left side as the red Dutch, we have Mahogpaw. Oh, I butchered that. When it comes to natives on these lands, we've got the Huron settlements, which does give access to the Huron mantlets. And we do also have access to the Crees, which give you a skirmisher variant with high hit points. And the Cree Chorus de Bois, which is a French villager variant. No deck selected for the Mexicans just yet, nor for the Dutch. Over here, we got Jose Ignacio Escobedo. What if that's a custom name or not? And up here we do have Ikhal, which...
Commando?
Klaar.
Isn't that one like the things they yell out sometimes?
Klaar.
They haven't gone crazy. No deck sucks just yet. Polar bears being unbearable. And now do have shipment available. Polar bears going down there, and let's see, we've got villagers. Bank of Amsterdam, Bank of Rotterdam, Town Militia, Woodwood, Pikemen, Team Infantry Hit Points, Hussars, Bank Wagon, Religious Freedom, Caravels, Caravels could be used also as well not to hit your opponent's fishing boats, but also could be used for collecting up resources. So if you think your opponent's gone for some fishing boats, deploy them out. Wood, skirmishers, infantry combat, hussars, routiers, cavalry combat, fort, Juliet's, another ship, higher Bosniaks, heavy cannons, tulip speculation, factory, and factory. Fast cannons, we've got the one Hacienda wagon, 2 villager card. We got the commandant, commandante. Improves your Mexican general and padre in combat. Increases their damage, the hero's damage and hit points by 50%. Enables the padre to get the enabled saber strike charge attack. And it says general action as well, so that may affect the... I'm not sure if... yeah, that should affect the general as well, so both can get a charge attack. Independence moves, revolutions, and return to Mexico are cheaper. Wood coin, insurgents, chincados, advanced arsenals, coin, fort, refrigeration. Did I hear a oh no, it was just a hacienda livestock pen. To Tolcanigo Cruciers, which are a number of Germande. Coin. San Bas Battalion gave you 8 Chinkos and 1 mortar. Los Colorados Battalion gave 9 Soldados and 1 Falconet. 33 insurgents, that's quite a bit of insurgents. Heavy cannon, factory, Portaferro, which is another factory, and give factory hit plus 100% hit points. Spanish sympathizer, ships a number of powerful Garcias and Nazans to be trained at forts. And renegade Apaches, give you 4 Apaches and inflict more damage to villagers than usual, so get the extra damage there. And now he's going for the Nico Hakan. I don't know how to pronounce that. And you actually have a hacienda in the middle of the map. He's not even some sort of revolution play, that's for sure. Let's see now. Ships 1 dock wagon, ships an additional fishing boat for each shipment since so far. The later you go on, the more fishing boats you get. Interesting. And Código de Nicolas give you a 500 EXP shipment. Improves the line of sight of your units and buildings temporarily position your enemies. We got now the Baja Revolution, which will return all the villages to filibusters, which can build and collect treasures. He's mainly going for the rubber bearing, getting himself a factory wagon. Outposts, frontier outposts being employed on now, frontier pros, which has given him access to trade posts here, ×3. Tank wagon deployment field. A little bit slow in the barracks. He definitely needs to get out something. He can go for another shipment here. There's a lot of good things you could go for here. Don't have the Fox Collar to get out villagers. Go for 3 trade post wagons. He's gunning down some stray sheeple, which could be tasked to the hacienda. There's currently 3 livestock there, so that's actually a pretty good one playing. Let's see, anything particular that stands out? So exploitation, filibusters can collect from mines, but apparently slowly, so not great. He needs a lot more coin. He does have a factory wagon deployed on the front line, getting wood. Interesting. He has a small trickle of food and coin. Envoy will spot there's nothing much back here. There's also another sheeple who can be claimed up here. Somewhere. Oh no, the sheeple's dead. He does kill off some of these exotic doggos. And we'll get a tomahawk there.
Ready.
Now the filibuster building out a stable in the front line. I see what shipment he went for as well. My bad. We have a saloon up there. Cantina La Imperial. You know, that's for a name of a Mexican canteen who's revolting. That's probably not a great name. Red deploys out some walls here, just for defense. Envoy's not critical, does gun him down, however, and boots whatever is in his purse. Native Scout does get gunned down. Got a good number of skirmishers here. Skirmishers, of course, a skirmisher, and filibusters are a heavy infantry, so skirmishers are the counter,
What you need?
as well as a counter to the cowboy,
I'm ready.
as well as the tomahawk they got.
Jump.
Not versus owl hoots though. Bring a shipment of coin, and it does give them direct into inventory, and now it does upgrade the stagecoaches. Stagecoaches. And the factory now is collecting up wood, so that wood, it was collected early, may have been used on somewhere in particular, maybe an upgrade of some sort. We now have some more owl banditos here. Oh yeah, he did also build stuff such as a stable, which he is eyeing for some chinkos.
¿Qué hace falta?
Banditos, of course, a skirmisher variant with a dynamite throw forward attack. He will get himself a free Cherokee rifleman. Bandit and Slinger will go down. And right now is bringing chests of coin, probably for his outlaws.
Mande.
Force of 27 versus a Force of 29. Similar numbers. And both engaged in close range combat. Skirmishers, of course, are doing this situation. The Hussars have to take out these Chinkos. They're a Lancer variant. Of course, Blue's getting some coin here. Skirmishers, they're trying to fall back behind the walls. There's, of course, a opening there. Chico's getting some great damage here. They do put a 50% bonus damage for light infantry. Skirmishers don't have a whole lot of health to stay alive with in the first place. Oh, that seemed like it went much better for Blue. More of these cavalry deploying field. Dutch is now eyeing for a shipment of pikemen. Not big surprise. The Mexicans eyeing for more banditos and more of the Chinkos.
Hola.
Got some pikemen here. Nope, they don't engage. Does get a bit of damage there onto the outlaws. The pikemen are getting annihilated. Those pikemen are necessary to get these Chinkos. Got some Hussars still here. Pikemen all go down there. Hussars being engaged. Hussars being picked off there. Skirmishers need more anti-cavalry support. Does kill off a couple there. Finishes off one more before he escapes on out of there. Now we got a shipment of the 7 fishing boats and 1 dock there. 7 fishing boats is quite significant. That'll help him quickly collect up a large amount of food here. There are 3 whales, so he shouldn't eye past 5 fishing boats. Or build 5 more. 12 fishing boats is a good number. Right now, the Mexican player, or Baja California player, only has shipments and other passive generation. He does not have any part of those 7 fishing boats now, which has very loud sound effects, and I'll be hearing them constantly the entire game.
Bien, busca salvación.
They will provide a good amount of food and income there, which desperately does still need. Azores advance on forward. I wonder if he went for the cheaper infantry revolution card before he actually revolted.
Comandante. Hola.
Klar.
We got Force 32 here. He does spot the trading post, torching it down, taking time with that. That's probably a good idea. Skirmishers advance too far forward. Gotta stay close towards cavalry. Right now, we've got a force of 37 versus a force of 36, so the numbers have been keeping track of each other. More Hussars, more skirmishers being employed on now. You got more of these trade posts, so it is quite a bit of a loss there for the Mexican. Got a handful of pikemen on the field, 9. Pikemen push way forward, does not take anything out. Banditos and filibusters going around the trade post there. Get a bit of fire there. All these units starting to go on down. Got some idle villagers right there for the Dutch that has to be fixed. And the dock is currently not flowing out anything at the moment. Now it's starting to bring in teamtrical economics, giving increased drop-off on the trade routes. It's going for a handful of fishing boats now, very good. I say only build one more and then he should be fine. Got right now army of 49 versus opponents 41. He's going for now his town militia, which gives him access to... Oh no, he canceled it. If he actually go for caravels, that could be very useful at the moment. I wonder if he hears a fishing sound as well. Skirmishers getting some damage there, charge attacks there, doing some severe damage to the market, but doesn't take it out there. Some Hussars push way forward. She goes to go ahead and go around the walls. The Dutch is eyeing to age up with the Exile Prince, as well as more skirmishers. He's trying to advance more of his army. He's almost a pop cap as well. A lot of outlaw units, of course, not very population efficient. Does find engagement there for the pikemen to engage at close range, as well as the Hussars. A lot of skirmishers advance forward and fire through the trees, taking off some of these units. A little bit overkill there. Hussars pushing forward. Pikemen getting some great damage there. Starting to get squeezed a little bit. Hussars, if they can push forward actually to the Rangers, that can be very good. Chinko's not pushing forward. Pikeman still stabbing away. He's simply not enough pikemen there. Now I've got the militia advance on forward. He does not have conscription either. Now going for some root here, which will be useful. That has a handful of filibusters in the field. Got a Griffin's going for a great coat. Root here now full on the field. They hit those Chinkos as best they can. of gold bounties there as well. Got another wave of Hussars. He has aged up as well. That's going for the veteran Hussar research. Now, oh, he's bringing in some Jaegers. He had quite a bit of coin there. I think he's going to age up, and note he's bringing some Jaegers, which is, I can't see what the card originally was. Other things he could have got was more outlaws, filibuster invasion. I suppose if he would have really saved up, he could have got filibuster invasion, game with 27 filibusters. He may need to go for the culverins and whatever Quaker guns are. There's one random artillery unit and 2 Quaker guns. Fake decoy. So Quaker guns are decoy units. Weird. Get a bit damaged there. Chinko's slowly being picked off here. He has another route here to engage the Chinkos. I hear the sound bug starting to initiate. Got a good number of these banditos there. Those demolition charges there onto the guns, onto the Hussars. Demolition charge does sustain from heavy cabs, such as Hussars. Fall back there. Some of these skirmishers will go down to the Chinkos. All these units started going down. The route here push way forward once again. Right now we've got a force of 42 versus a force of 37. More Routier now being put on the field, but they are veteran Routier. At this point in time, he could really stand to get out some Falconets if possible. He doesn't have that card available, no Falconets. He could eye for 6 Bosniks if he gets a little bit more coin. There goes, going for the Bosniks now. And the Jaeger shipment. It is 10 Jaegers for 1,500 coin, which are here. Often excellent skirmisher variant with 30 base damage and being skirmisher 20 range. It would be hard to take him out. And the longer he waits, he can get a larger filibuster invasion. In fact, he's almost a pop cap. If he somehow can get enough coin for it, that could be really good. But now he's going for poach guns, giving it 3 banditos and Cuertos. Good amount of damage there, annihilating this force. More Chinkos there. Bosnak shipment has arrived. These are strong Hussar variants with a good charge attack. Red is trying to eye for an trade post there. Does have this one whale here who's currently bringing wood. Another bank goes on up, and the Dutch is now eyeing for some fishing boats as well. Either player could go for a warship to clear out the seas. And I still actually, he can go for 3 fluets. It can be a good way perhaps to deploy a landing parties, 3 of them, so he could potentially get a force of 15 unit landing parties to either hit his town center or potentially the central location. What does he see? What has he seen? It says he's seen all this. He looks like he's seen everything. I'm not sure this, however, could be if he haven't seen a dock yet. He knows about the fishing boats. He also sees this army now advancing up north. We got an army of 35 here versus an army of 56. House does go down there. still partial towards some falconets, and perhaps may get the villagers not idle. He has 20 idle villagers, which is quite significant. Bosnak, one Bosnak does go down.
Spremni.
We now do have a frigate now being flown on the field. Trying to engage those fishing boats. Oh wait, thanks to sound bugs here, I didn't hear these fishing boats being flown on out. This is way too many, that he does not need to call the frigate. He needs to cancel frigate. There's plenty of ships on the field. He would take out all that fishing economy, very good. And this is expensive. Frigates are like, yeah, that's 500, 500. He needs to cancel that. Boots are the 300, 300 variant. Now he has South Frigate on the field, so he can pull out a frigate. He needs to start pushing forward. However, range of 30, that maybe will siege down the factory. Range of 20. The fact, if he is able to range down the factory with the frigate, that could be massive. Because that will probably knock the Mexican player out of the game. Zep top cap, he's going for more Jaegers. That one does go down. He is not trying to eye for some shore bombardment. That's its range. That's 30 tower range, so that may not be able to reach the factory.
Commando.
Bosniaks do take a bit of a beating right there. Skirmishers firing away from the backline. Routier receiving some demolition charges. We got more Routier now being flown on field. He needs to hit those Shinkos. The house does go down. Bosniaks advancing on forward. See some demolition charges there. So the Bosniaks, I think all the Bosniaks have gone down. Red's front line starting to disintegrate. Blue has to close the game and losing all those. He has lost all the fishing boats. Routier have all gone down there. Skirmishers trying to get those Chinkos down. There's only a handful of them remaining. Going for a shipment of skirmishers in the field. Has been numbing them out on the field now. There's some Quartos, which are a Dragoon variant themselves. As they got some of these Quartos. Chinkos hitting these root here. Let's get one of them down. More skirmishers pull on the field. Jaegers hitting them as well.
Commando.
And I think Red got knocked out of the game. He's trying to pull out some more structures up here. There's some small forts up there as well.
Klaar.
He could try garrisoning. He may want to get these villagers inside of his ships and try something cheeky with that.
Ik ben gewond. Ik kan me niet bewegen.
Villagers trying to back away inside these ships. The ships can find some shore bombardment as well. They don't have great AoE like cannon. Those not going to be torching down the rest of this infrastructure. This ship may be full. He needs to get forward with this other ship. Does the rest, except for one villager remaining. Docks is still up. He still has a bit of. The Dutch has a large amount of wood to work with. He can perhaps deploy out a number of fishing boats. If he gets out.
Klaar.
Okay, he has 13. There's only 3 whales, so probably best to not go any more. Dying for. I heard villagers deployed out somewhere. Getting out all this infrastructure's in order. Hussars being deployed out. Jaegers now moving around. He has a lot of wood here. He can pull out some town centers as well as some other structures such as housing. Jaeger is going to see some shore bombardment now. He may want to use the ability if these units have that ability. The broadside attack. Trying to pull out some Hussars from the Fluets, I believe.
Yeah? Hello? Yeah?
Maybe over here. Jaeger's moving around. Got a handful of housing being pulled on out. He really should eye for our town center at least, I would say. Got enough experience for a shipment. A fort could help him lock down this region. Now they'll just getting hit. There's torching down this region. And now I got these forces all being picked on off. Villagers are getting hit. I'm not sure how many. He has 34 villagers at the moment. He could try dismounting some villagers on these islands to get the wood as well as put those banks out at sea. He is going for a port wagon, but where? Is he shipping out from a Fluet? Let's keep an eye out where that fort's coming out. I do not know where that fort went. Oh, right there. He has actually a number of outposts down here. He has some villagers. They can perhaps quickly pull out some infrastructure. There's a large amount of resources stockpiled up. There's also active production queue, which can give him some falconets. And these villagers may want to pull out some housing in a town center.
Fly.
Hussars need to be properly tasked over here. He still has some housing over here, so he has plenty of housing space. Protected by some ships. Let's see, what does Blue see here? Blue does see the fort being built. Well, he realizes he sees a fort being built is another thing. Probably wants to start shooting his outpost. Artillery founder going on up.
Ahora me siento mejor.
You can now bring in a shipment. The design for some pair of privateers, which don't cost any population space. I was going to say he could perhaps eye for. Oh, it looks like all the ships don't cost any population space. I was going to say he could eye for a filibuster army that doesn't have enough population space for it. Hussars trying to torch down the factory. Hussars do have 24 siege attack. They are veteran Hussars as well. Taking out would be a big loss for the Mexicans. Eyeing for a town center down here as well. Very good. Let's see. Still 0 villagers. His opponent's at 33. He is eyeing for some petards. Hussars backing off. He has plenty of resources, so he needs a bit more. Let's see. That is town center. He needs to get some villagers some wood. He has plenty of fishing boats for food collection, and that would be useful for coin later on. So going for banks is probably not a good idea. What mercenaries can get? He's a little bit sparse on what he can deploy on the field. This wood shipping seems a little bit attractive to me. Petards advancing on forward. The factory is getting repaired. Each petard does 1,600 damage. So 4 should be able to take out the factory. Sending all 5 just in case. We'll make sure it's good and dead. More root here. And there goes the factory. Big loss there. Oh, he also deploys on some banks out at sea. The Mexican player has a large amount of food, or not food, gold coin. And we've got the cartographer studies right there. And there should be some shipment of a large amount of books somewhere for him. And so briefly view what everything is. There's a large amount of defenses, and maybe actually a good idea to go for the fortified outpost right now, the frontier outpost. Because right now, red can win the long game. First improvements, Falcon Nest mainly being built. He is going for frontier outpost, very good. He's out of housing space, he gets some housing. We got a Falcon Net there, got a church and house going on up. He can now get his church improvements. He can actually advance the next stage. It'll be a bad idea to advance the next stage. He has these resources. He needs to spend it on other things, like military. Now it's going for the Red Lancers. And the frontier outpost is still being upgraded. Let's get some damage on the Red Lancers. His opponent could go for the Filibuster Army now. That is quite a bit of filibusters you can get to knock out his opponent out of the game. Militiamen now being put on the field. He's trying to hold the line. Falcon Net is unscathed. We'll get some serious damage throughout this entire army. He has a large amount of gold. He's not building anything from the saloon just yet. Anyone they show's good. He's going for the filibuster army. Very good. I would say deploy out what guys can get from the saloon. So maybe a higher quality mercenary or the outlaws. He has the coin for it. He doesn't have the town center anymore though. Jaegers over here getting a bit of damage, being pursued by the Routier and now Hussars. Jaeger is of course a skirmisher variant, good versus the Routier, but not good versus the Hussars. We got multiple Falconets now pulling at the 3. And his heroes are down. There's a filibuster army. Great ambush there. Falconets advancing forward, one of them of course is very wounded. Now we're going to take out the Hacienda, which is currently being crewed by 6 livestock. The Hacienda does go down. Hussars charging way forward. Falconets are out of range. You got to make sure he stays in range of there. Shotgun Messenger is available, so it does fire some random cannon shots. Now he's trying to run away. He does still have a large amount of coin going for some banditos. More skirmishers being pulled out. Very nice. Minutemen or militiamen trying to engage in melee there. 2 Falconets to go down. Still some decent amount of defense this region. Townsville is garrisoned by handful. Oh, that is a large amount of explosions there. Not sure it's good or bad, I think that I had the sound bug the moment. Skirmishers firing away. Of course, they are filibusters are heavy units, so skirmishers do bonus damage in this situation, but simply just not enough of them. Going for some root here. He's low on food. The sea is running low on fishies. He has 18 idle villagers right here. I think those meats could be useful. Go for a 3rd Falcon Net as well. The fort will be blown up. Falconets. not properly engaging. He's trying to engage in melee with filibusters there, so they're getting annihilated. They're fighting in an urbanized environment. More Puertos being pulled in the field. Falconet does go down. And Red Explorer is going to eye him for a trade post. There's still a large number of idle villagers for Red, and he still has a banks out here, so he's not knocked for the game just yet. He needs to have some more food sources. No, he just needs all resources at this moment. He has spent everything.
Yeah.
I'll head fast forward a little bit, since it is seeking on this infrastructure. Root here being put up by those ships. I think that Townsend died due to smoke inhalation. There's also a handful amount of wood here. Can filibusters grab that? They cannot. Has another shipment available. Going for more Jaegers. And maybe we need to start storing up those shipments so we can get a good number of privateers. Or maybe the Culverin here. The Culverin would allow him to hit those ships a little bit better. But I do think it's probably best that he doesn't get any shipments in and decide to get some mass privateers. There may be a possibility where we can get a couple privateers out, run them around a little bit until the second shipment comes in of privateers. Or trade post victory. He actually needs to get out trade post victory. He doesn't have a. He needs to get some of these trade posts set to wood, so he can get out a couple more outposts here, and then initiate a trade monopoly victory. That's what he should do. All set the coin at the moment. I'm going to fast forward for a little bit. Fast forward some more. He's starting to switch to EXP. And there we go. He has the trade post now up and going. Go for the trade post monopoly victory. Wait. Build on 5, 8. Currently controlled 7, yep. So I haven't heard the countdown. Did he have not? Oh, he has not gone this. He needs annexation. There's annexation. That's why you switched to EXP. And Red's trying to advance him forward. He has 7 out of 5 needed, so he can lose 2. And he should use repairability whenever he can. That's a small amount of wood, which he has plenty of wood for that small amount. Let's see now. The Dutch has these amount of food and gold coin. Let's take a little bit more of the resource and invest into a house. Going with the Dutch sign for some petards. That actually is a little bit overkill on trading posts, but in this case, makes sense. 2 petards per trading post, all he needs. We have all except for 1 trading post secured by the Mexicans. And now the Philippines are eyeing for some walls here. This army advancing forward, trying to look for more walls. And his force is simply just not large enough. The petards are peeled off there, very good. Wait, okay, there we go. These 3 are eyeing for this trade post now. You may lose one of these Petards, but they should connect overall, at least 2 of them. Does take out 2, which is not a knockout. He still has enough trade posts here. He needs to immediately start rebuilding them. More Petards being put on the field. He has multiple ships queuing up, which has actually been a mistake. It will be a long deploy out another 2, 4. 2 pairs. That's going to be a lot of Petards. In which, it's just delaying Neville. He's throwing all his resources on Petards, but he won't be able to secure any more terrain. And that does stop the Monopoly victory, but at this point in time, it's more delaying the inevitable. Because he's destroying the trade monopolies, but he's still not in a better position than he was beforehand. And now Townsend are being pulled on the field, eyeing for some walls. Bring in some haciendas. Yeah, I still think he should maybe save a couple shipments there for the privateers. That may not be a real possibility at the moment. Red's expanding out everywhere. Walls are not complete. He may want to finish those off since he already invested money onto them. Fast forward a little bit more. What do I see over here? Just some more wall segments. Still got a handful of villagers here, including an artillery foundry. He will go and destroy that. He's starting to fast slog some walls. Skirmishers in a good position there. Got a number of these desperados here, which appears to be a musketeer variant. Jaegers, however, are doing some great work. Now got conscription not being pulled on out. Break into this region now. Essence down. He's losing quite a bit of army here. He has not a lot of coin at the moment. Gets into a lot of banditos. More of the skirmishers being put on the field. He still has a good number of Jaegers still remaining. They've still got 16 Jaegers on the field, which are greater than these 18 skirmishers. Down south, Petards going down. Petards taking out multiple trade posts. These Petards are actually doing a bit more effect. His opponent is bleeding off a lot of economy, a large amount of resource stores. Now it does bring in the militia. And most of the Mexican player does cast the GG and backs out of the game. I'm sort of surprised. I think the Mexican player honestly sort of threw away the game, not going with the trade monopoly victory earlier. Those Petards I thought were a bit questionable, but the Dutch player did make them work out. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So my voice is starting to go out again, so that's going to be our last replay tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.